We are back. Let's go. We are back. Just have to sign into one more thing. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. We are back. Hopefully today is filled with boom skis. Boom skis and boom skis, you know? Just looking for a number here to verify. Okay. Let's go. Happy New Year, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Upside. Good morning, Didi. See, I wish YouTube, would fix the rubbish over the weekend, but over the time that we've been off, but whatever. I can still see like your username like with the ad. Anyways, ma'am. Good morning, Missy. Good morning. Happy New Year, Word. Good morning. Happy New Year, Isabel. Good morning. Happy New Year, Padlock. Sandra. Good morning. Chris. Good morning. Winterfell. Good morning. Angel. Good morning. Good morning, Salat. Pudi Tank. Good morning. Happy New Year. Daryl. Good morning. Good to see you too. Cindy. Good morning. Glad we're back. Yeah, let's go. Cindy. Good morning. I said good morning. Chapman. Good morning. Good morning, Donald. Good morning, CL. Lizzie. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Lisa, good morning. Carolyn, good morning. Ron, good morning. Diddy, good morning. Floyd, good morning. I think that's everybody. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Yeah, no, I like MNTS and I like VRME for now. The only issue is these two names are both kind of sitting at resistance for now. Hopefully we get some good breakouts. Still a whole bunch of random names, like as usual, but they're not really showing me any signs of wanting to actually do anything. These guys just recently had news SMXT, but then you can see that we're kind of sitting at resistance, especially being this close to the market open. I would be a bit more cautious with that. So the top two names for me for now, MNTS and then VRME. We'll see if we can get some breakouts. So you can kind of see like they're all sitting at resistance for now. So if you're in a position already, you're fine. If you're not in a position, then you're gonna have to kind of wait. Right? There's nothing. Everything is kind of chilling at resistance, which is interesting. Michael, good morning. Good morning, Peter. Finn, good morning. Happy New Year. BLK, good morning. Happy New Year to you as well. Jay, good morning. Happy New Year. Let us cook, please. Like I mentioned in Discord over the weekend, the beginning of the year is usually one of the best times. Usually one of the best. MBOX looks okay. It's just consolidating at the bottom, Chris, which I don't mind, right? Which is why we're obviously paying attention to it. Hopefully, when the market opens, it can bounce off that demand zone. But yeah, so anywhere from like 40 cents to 38, that seems to be a bit of an interesting spot. So let's see if it stays above that. MSC on MSTX. Okay. Yeah, no, crypto's had a nice start to the year. Hopefully that actually continues. Andy, good morning. Tim, good morning. Chi, good morning. Good morning. I kind of don't like how these names are just sitting here and waiting for the open, but I think that's what everybody's doing. Vena, good morning. MNTS looks like it's going to break above that resistance at some point, but it's still resistance though. So sometimes you have to wait for that to actually happen before you move. Dawn, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Devin, good morning. Question for you guys in the chat though. Ayo, Robs. Question for you guys in the chat. What's your favorite name going into the open? What is your favorite stonk going into the open? Let me know. So, like I said, for me, we have MNTS and we have VRME. MNTS is looking like it wants to go back up there and break above that level, which is nice, right? You can kind of see it slowly creeping up there, so that's good. Good demand zone up $828. That might have been a good spot for a gamble there above the 50 EMA, but we still do need that breakout. Um, Thomas was obviously spamming this one last Friday and over the weekend. So if you got this thing Sunday night, especially Sunday night, if you got this thing on Sunday night, you're very happy with it. So see if we can break out the double top on the left hand side. Yeah, a lot of you guys are gonna like MNTS, right? Like it looks good. Looks good. Question is, can we break out though? The question is it all healed? Yeah, for the most part. I think the part that's still healing is like if I try and run, just thinking about it makes me cough. So that part isn't fully healed. I went to soccer. Was it Saturday? It was Saturday. Yeah. I was exhausted. I ran for a little bit and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not ready for this. Yeah, but it was good though. It's good to get back into Salat. Yeah, no, definitely. You definitely feel better. AI, LVRO, DVRT is a nice one. I like SIDU too. From the watch list over the weekend, Rob. That one's the space stock. That one's been creeping up. It's on the left hand side here too. As long as it stays above $5 there, should be okay. Pelish, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Nike is your favorite name going into the open, Tory? Okay. Yeah, so most of you guys are looking at MNCS, most of you, into the open. A few more names, right? But a lot of you guys are looking at MNTS as a top name. Welcome to 2026, Mindful. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah. New year, new cookings. Jason, ayo, fix it membership, Jason. Fix it. Yeah, so again, MNTS, you can see the double top that we have already on the left-hand side, right? So resistance 1, resistance 2, and then obviously we're approaching that level again. So at some point we need to break above this top and then push for $10. Alrighty, so just be aware of that. The last you can see that there's a golden candle there. The last two times we had a golden candle, we ended up coming back to the demand zone, right? And it kind of looks like that's the exact same thing that's happening again. This might change though when we open in 13 minutes, right? If maybe we get enough volume to break above that resistance. But just be aware, right? Like I said earlier, if you're in a position already, right, easy to manage. When you're trying to get into a position this close to resistance, this close to the market open, then it's a bit more dangerous, right? VRME, we like this one as well. Obviously, we have resistance at 117, so we're just kind of playing with these, those two tops for now. But those are the top two names going into the open, and then we'll obviously add a whole bunch more once we open and we have volume, right? So VRME needs to break above 117, and then obviously Winterfell mentioned, once we push into the 120s there, we have other issues to deal with. But for now, let's break above 117. Yeah, for sure, Brittany. Yeah. What's your position in GPUS? The chat box, you don't like it? Is it because it says there should be a way to move that actually? You guys not like the chat box? Like on the screen? Let me know. If you don't like it, I'll take it off. I have it on there just because of just like if someone's watching on Twitter or someone's watching on Twitch, they can always like see what you guys are talking about. KB, good morning. Hey yo, happy new year. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know. Yeah, MB or X, as much as it's a top gainer, it's really not doing much, but it's still in that demand zone. Uh, move your head up and Alex, what do you mean? It's on the to me it's on the opposite side of my head. It's like this way, that direction, and I'm this direction. Um, but yeah, I'm sure there's a way to move it. Ayo, Hebrew. Pittsville, good morning. VRME, I like it, King. We again, like I said earlier, right? We're just sitting right below resistance, so we're just gonna have to wait for the market to open and then go from there. Yeah, Brittany, let me know where your position is. Alrighty, Floyd, Ahmad, heyo, heyo, Thomas, hello, 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 Thomas. Good job on MNTS. Well done. Right, hopefully this thing can break out here for you. IMG with some news. IMG. Dan, ayo, Dan. How are you feeling? Are you fully recovered? Let's cook. Let's cook. I like it. I like it. So again, MNTS is slowly creeping towards that top again. Alrighty, maybe this time. Now that Thomas is here, the stock is gonna be like, you know what? Thomas was the So time for a breakout. So again, the resistance is closer to 940, 950, and then $10 on MNTS. So that looks good. Looks very, very good. Right? VRME, again, we're just kind of going sideways for now. So that's annoying. Um, but it is what it is. The market hasn't opened yet, so expect to be annoyed. Just cleaning up my notifications here before the market opens. So I don't have to go back to this. Uh, okay. MNTS, we just made brand new highs. Yup, there it is. That thing said, hello, sir. I'm the captain now. And Thomas is up $15,000 for the day. Yeah. Yeah. So again, that $10 is your next obstacle there for MNTS. Alrighty. So type yes in the chat if you're holding MNTS. Thomas, Thomas, we know. Anybody else holding MNTS? Roberto, good morning. Happy New Year to you as well. 500 shares. What price though, Brittany, is what I'm looking for. What's the price? Coin. Sammy, what's your position in coin? Let me know. Option expiring December 2026. Oh, wow. You have a lot of time then, Sammy. You have a lot of time. I think you're going to be fine. I'll take a look either way, though. Yes, in the chat, Jay. Let's go. Hold on. Yeah, no, again, so like we said earlier, top two names going into the open, MNTS, right? MNTS was the one that looked like it wanted to break out, right? So MNTS and VRME. VRME is just really struggling with that 117. But again, those are the top two names going into the open, right? Like we have a whole bunch of other names to look at, but you can clearly tell though that they're not really doing anything, right? Like they're not doing anything at all. Some good runs in pre-market, but nothing on this one, right? Same thing on this one. It's just kind of consolidating. JCSE, right? MBOX testing the 200 EMA. So watch 38, right? Hopefully we stay above that level. That'd be fine. But yeah, the top two for now are these two. Even though one's dipping, right? And then MNTS is like, you know what? Just keep going, please. 7 minutes before the market opens. Let me take a look at some other names that we might not take a look at once the market opens. So GPUS, a few of you guys are looking at this one. Brittany's in at 18 cents. You're in at 18 cents, Brittany. Good job. Beautiful. Wow. Well done. Congratulations. I like it. Yeah, you're testing 35 cents. If you look left on the daily, right? So we're just gonna kind of use an average here. If you look left on the daily, you're gonna see that this level here is important, right? It initially used it as a double bottom and then as a top, right? So the closer you get to this level, Brittany, you're gonna have a bit of an issue. Alrighty, so you have an amazing entry though. You could honestly just put a stop loss anywhere below 30 cents, right? You know what I mean? Like, right below 30 cents and you should be okay. I think though, if I was in the same position, my stop loss would go right below 27. Why? Because I don't want it going below the high from Friday, right? Or the closing price of Friday. The closing price, as you can see, was 27 cents. You don't want it below 27 cents. So you can either just put a stop loss right below that, right? But you should be okay. So the closer we get to 35, the more issues you're gonna have. But it does look good though. Alrighty. So congratulations. You can kind of see too, like if you look at a smaller time frame, the reason I'm looking at the bigger time frame is because you have such a good entry. But if you're wanting to scalp this, you can see that it's been struggling with the VWAP and the supply zone. So again, you can see that red zone just above, right? But it does look really good. So congratulations, good job, Jack Max. You too, if you're in a position. Miguel, what's your question? What's your position in SIDU? Brian, good morning. Yeah, let me take a look at coin. Again, I'm just looking at some of these names that we might not look at again for a long time. So in terms of coin, like we obviously are gapping up this morning because crypto looks nice, the markets look nice. I think you've done a really good job on those 2026 calls, Sammy. I think that's excellent, right? You kind of came in at a double bottom, triple bottom here, with crypto being at a really good spot. I think that's nice. So congratulations again, 2026, December 2026. You have a lot of time on those, right? I think as long as you can stay above like 225, 220, you're gonna be fine. Unless something crazy happens and crypto and the whole market crashes, I think you're in a really good position. Because if we start to bounce from this level, especially with coin, like after this big drop, right, being below the 200 EMA, you could be in a really good position to cook in 2026. So good job. Alrighty. Yeah. I have nothing else to yeah. SIDU. We've talked about this one since last week. The chart looks really nice, right? Like it's a space stock. Space stocks are clearly in a theme for now. It looks really nice. The only concern you're gonna have, your position is 380. Yeah, so you're nice and green on this. The only issue you're gonna have is once we push into the supply zone. If you look left, the last time we had a run before they stupidly dropped the offering, we kind of failed in that same area, right? The difference now is we're above the 200 EMA, which is nice, but same though, right? You're gonna struggle. Anyway, like as soon as you cross into the $5 range and you're pushing towards six, you're gonna have a bit of an issue. This is most likely a scalp play for you, so I think you should put a stop loss and just move it up. Alrighty. Oh my days, Bilal. Happy New Year. Good morning, Kevin. Happy New Year. Sahel. Good morning. Happy New Year. Davis. Good morning. Happy New Year. Ms. Zia. Good morning. Happy New Year. Maybe you got too confident. No, I think you're fine. Even if you did, you're green in that position, so you're okay. Any other stocks, guys? Before we move on, anything else? I think we're good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Two other names that I'm kind of paying attention to, as you guys know. Right, ALCY, two SPACs. Right, we're gonna be paying attention to this one, and then we're gonna be paying attention to TBMC as well. Alrighty, these two little spackies. If one gets volume, oh my days, right? So again, keep an eye. So you can clearly see. I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can tell. I just have alerts on this, right? There goes ALCY. ALCY is like, are you guys talking about me? Me? We talked about this one over the weekend and last week, and we were looking for a break above $15, right? So if this thing can stay above that 15 and break above that Friday high, just call the Lambo dealership and say it's 2026 and the time is now. Alrighty, cool. So if that thing breaks out, just call them and just say, hey, I know this wasn't the just call them. Anyways, MNTS, one of the favorite names going into the open, guys. You can see that pink level at $10. Obviously, it's a psychological level as well, so that level is going to be a bit difficult. Alrighty, but yeah, so we need to break above that level again. Happy Monday, happy New Year, everybody. The year just started, right? So be patient with yourself. Make sure you're not making the same mistakes you made in 2025. Alrighty, do yourself a favor. Don't make the same mistakes, because we will still slap you in 2026 and call ice on you. So if you were making mistakes in 2025, hopefully over the holiday you've done a bit of a self reflection, and you understand some of the issues that you're having and you can try and fix them. Alrighty. Like if you're constantly FOMOing, maybe don't do that. And now is the best time to do that, right? Now is the best time to say, hey, like I was making these mistakes in 2025. I need to fix this, right? I need to come up with a strategy. I need to do this. I need to do that, right? Now is the time to do it. Because if you make the same mistakes over the first month, you're not going to do it, next month or the month after that. So fix your mistakes now. Alrighty, the year just started. There's no need to FOMO right away. There's gonna be lots of time for you to make money. Promise. Alrighty. This is usually one of the best months of the year, so start the year off right, please. Cool. So again, MNTS, right? Top name going into the open, top two, right? And that thing says hello. Let's cook, please. Alrighty. So there goes $10.40, 10.50. Again, the market just open. If you're not in a position, be patient with yourself, please. Alrighty. Cool. Just in case. If you're in a position, like I said, I've said this quite a few times already today. If you're in a position, you're fine, right? So it's if you're not in a position and you're looking for that entry and you're buying at the tops, then it becomes a bit more dangerous. Cool. So MNTS is looking really nice, really really nice. So make sure you're moving those stop losses up. Cool. I want to see where this first candle closes at though, and then I will go from there. VRME was the second name that we liked, obviously, but clearly we can't seem to break above that resistance yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Righty. At some point, we're going to come back and retest $10 at the very least on MNTS. At the very least, we're going to come back and retest $10. So there's no rush then. Some of these other names are doing absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. Right? Nothing at all. The only thing that remotely looks good right now is MNTS. So $10.50. Ayo Luna, good morning. Yeah, lock in. Belen, there you go. We need to fix that this year, right? Now is the best time to FOMO. Maybe, maybe. The answer is never a no, to your advantage if you're looking to hold. No options. Good morning, Tony. Good morning. Yeah, I want to see somewhat of a retest or just a higher low on MNTS. Something. Something, and then again VRME. This one needs to show us somewhat of a base or something, right? I don't mind it retesting the last like support level. Right, the closer we get to 95, the better. But that thing needs to find a base. Do I think it's done? Obviously not quite yet. We're still far away from the 200 EMA, so no. Right, but we need to see somewhat of a base though, right? And there it is. It's still dropping to that base, right? So the closer we get to this white line, the better if it can consolidate for VRME. If that's something you're paying attention to, right? And the one good stock this morning is still MNTS. Those candles are aggressive. Yeah, the issue is that was just one candle, Kevin. Just one candle, and then boom, ski is gone. I hate when stuff like that happens because you don't quite know what's gonna happen on the next candle stag. INBS. I'll take a look though. I'll take a look. 1070, 1075, 1080, 1090. When $11. If you're still holding MNTS, type yes in the chat. Pizza. I'm gonna drop another line at $11, even though I don't think that's really resistance. I'm just gonna drop that line there. The next level you can see that it's clearly a lot higher. I'm just gonna drop a line there though, and then see how easy it is for it to break above. Yes. Yeah. Again, MNTS is at post market opening. This is the only thing that's actually broken out. So clearly this is the one that people are paying attention to, right? So again, like look at that, right? That $11 level is really not a solid resistance, right? It's a bit higher. That looks nice though, doesn't it? Good job, Meg. Good jobs. Yeah, this is looking nice. This is looking very nice. Very, very nice, MNTS. 11:30. Right, so again, the only stock that's actually breaking out right now in cooking, MNTS. 11.50, guys. Woof. Almost. There it is, 11.50, right? So $11, not really an issue for resistance. The closer you get to $12 though, then yeah. Right? My days. That thing said, you know what? Let's start the new year off by I will not FOMO. I will not FOMO. I will not FOMO. That thing says, are you looking for a dip? Wait, there's more. So the high for now is $11 and almost 70 cents. Yeah, MNTS cooked. Cooked. The good thing is that it's not a surprise though, right? Again, when we said like, favorite names going into the open, MNTS and VRME, those were the two. Those were the only two names, right? So VRME is still, headed to the bottom there. So wait for consolidation on this one. See if we can consolidate. If not, then you're probably looking for closer to the 200 EMA. Alrighty. So this level here is going to be very, very important. Very, very important. Alrighty. Very, very important. Peter, you ready for bowl to cook? Don't worry. Once the Chinese New Year starts, February 16 or something like that, then bowl will cook. Lord have mercy. Anyways, so it looks like VRME is holding that base a little bit for now. Wonder if the volume will actually kick in though. Alrighty, it looks like it's kind of bouncing, isn't it? VRME. So yeah, trying to. Seriously. Okay, back to MNTS. Quite impressive though, isn't it? Right, the way that it's holding up MNTS. I bet you a lot of you guys are looking for dips. That thing's like dips. What dips? It's gonna dip at some point. Promise. Alrighty. Promise. Pinky promise. Yeah. And if it doesn't dip, well, well, that's okay too, because a lot of people are holding this, and you can just celebrate them. AO. A lot of people were in MNTS. Yeah, pre-market and also yesterday, right? A lot of people were getting into MNTS yesterday. I think Thomas got in closer to 550, right? So Thomas is obviously more than doubled his money and very happy for now. Thomas was spamming this yesterday in Discord, right? So yeah, let's go. Happy New Year hype. Well done. Congratulations. I like it. TMDE halted up. Interesting. Halted up. You sold at 1120, Thomas. Well done. Give me a high five. Well done. Damn. Thomas just started the year with making almost $15,000 or something like that. Well done, Thomas. Congratulations. Yeah, SIDU. Yeah, once we break below $5, you want to be careful. How do you join the Discord? If you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. I think Spandy's asking. So yeah, if you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot, and then sign up for a level that doesn't say sold out. You made $22,000. See, I like my math was $22,000, guys, to start the year. He cooked. See now, Thomas, if I could only get you to not go all in again, that would be nice, because I know that's what you're doing every time. Yeah, let's see if some of that volume rotates to this one. 24-hour market, AO. 24-hour market. You can start buying stocks Sunday evening. Tiffany, he is. He really is. He really is. Yeah. $71. Be a new with a cash account. Michael, then just focus on practicing, right? Yeah. Maxwell, yeah, he is. Rec doesn't look too bad. Nothing crazy, but not bad at all. VRME is still playing with that 95 level, guys. Right? Still kind of playing with that bottom there. Would like to see that thing consolidate a bit more, though. Right? MNTS is maybe finally dipping now. Right? It has to dip. Has to. Especially when you're stalling like that and the yellow candle shows up to confirm it. Right? So, 1160 back to $10.60. It would be nice if we got closer to $10 and actually found a base there. But I don't know if we're gonna get there though, but we'll see. You're just looking for higher low or something like that on this, right? You want to see that thing dip and consolidate, not catch a knife. You want to see dip and consolidate. Good job, Tiffany. $8 to $11. Well done. Good scalp. Yep, exactly, Tom. Exactly, Mike. Mike, did you see the weather? It's getting better now. Well, next week it's gonna get better. So then we can go outside with shorts. Uh, need to wait 5 trading days. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Thomas, there's no need for that, right? There's really no need. You have more than enough cash in your account to buy $10,000, $5,000 positions over and over again, multiple times a day, and have the money the next day. There's really no need for margin account, right? You have a lot of money in your account. I don't know why you would want to leverage on margin, right? Can a new trader buy on Sunday? Yeah, it's not about being a new trader. It's about the platform you're using. Yogi, happy New Year, Yogi. Happy New Year. Yeah, so again, like that level's been closer to 95, right, Missy? All right, we mentioned this 95 level a few times already. So closer to this level, that's been the spot. As long as it's holding above that level, right, for VRME, right? So that's been the area there. Good job, Unique. I like that. That's a very good scalp. Yeah, 829 to 1129. Good job. So nothing crazy going on here on VRME. Mini scalp, mini bounces, but it's a bounce. Right, and then MNTS is coming back to retest that $10 level. Again, everybody expected that, right? So you can't just break above $10. It's a pretty big level. You're not gonna break above $10 and just go to the moon, right? You're gonna have to come back and retest it. So closer to 10 or between 10 and 940, like those two levels are gonna be really, really important. So surprised? Not really. Mario, happy new year. Good to see you. VRME, Spendy. And then more names will show up. And then TMDE is also popping there really nicely too. So let's see. This one obviously no breakouts yet, but let me take a look at TMDE. Peter? Peter says, I don't want to talk. It's summarized. No footnotes. Good. Resign. Wow. I feel like Peter was planning this. He's been planning this to start the year off with a roast. Thank you for the super chat, Peter. That's all I have to say to you. I don't want to talk because if I talk, they'll say I'm saying too much. Anyways, TMD is halted up again, 120%. Those are some pretty fat candles. The volume is 120,000, right? So there's not a whole lot of volume on this. That's why we haven't paid a whole bunch of attention to this, but that's a pretty nice pop. Yeah. Jeffrey, it should. It doesn't always though. But the money to tomorrow, the dips. Yeah, that's true, Thomas. But also maybe that'll protect you from not going all in. That's my point, right? Yeah. Mark, absolutely. Yes, please. Do you know how I can check? If you go on the subscriptions, it should, like on YouTube, it should tell you, Jeffrey. Exactly. Exactly. You just have to plan the trades. Yeah. Tell me when you sell. So again, MNTS is retesting that $10 level, guys, right? So the longer we consolidate around 10, the better. Alrighty. So the longer we consolidate around this level, the better. If not, we're gonna go back and retest the 50 and the VWAP. So this $10 level is important. If we don't hold that level, then you're looking for in between this range. Right. So we should be able to bounce somewhere in this range here. But my concern is we might want to come back and retest this actual breakout here at the bottom. Right. So and if that's the case, then we could easily come all the way down closer to 940, 950. So between $10 and 940. We should be able to consolidate at some point there for MNTS. Hopefully, hopefully. Tony, what happened? What happened? Yeah, yeah. Back into the demand zone, Chris. You sold? Oh my goodness! And then yeah, so you can't even buy that thing for 30 days now. Um, Not for 30 days. I mean, hopefully hopefully the loss was worth it though. TMDE, no, it's halted up, and it's right below dollar. So that thing will most likely open at a level that you don't want to be getting in at spendy. Oh yeah, let me take a look. INBS, sure. Um, what's your question here for INBS, Tony? Yeah, the volume. Yeah. What's your question here though? What is your question? What's your position? Yeah, it looks like for now you're just kind of sitting at the double top at $11. No, Alex, you know what I mean though, right? Like like tax harvesting, right? Hopefully like the loss is worth it, right? Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So for now, that's just a double top, Tony. I'm not sure if you're in a position. Let me know. Some MNTS is looking like it's kind of consolidating and trying to curl, which is nice. Hopefully that yeah, yeah. So yeah, harvesting. For those of you, maybe this is more for Rob and the options and the swing people. Yeah, ADUR doesn't look bad at all. Like one of the bots posted that in Discord yesterday, and I really liked it. This would more so be a swing play though, right? You can see like yesterday it was a lot nicer, wasn't it? Right, ADUR. This would more so be for longer swing play, right? That was a really nice spot at the bottom there. That was perfect, perfect. Right. So yeah, I think I tagged a few of you guys in Discord yesterday on this one. So hopefully some people got into that. Okay. Unhalted. Yeah. So $1 is going to be a pretty difficult level. Um, Very difficult level. Wait, what happened, Rob? What happened? Yeah, so again, MNTS is still holding the $10 level, which is nice. I think we need to get back above 1050 here just for confirmation. VRME, it just doesn't have the volume to actually push. Right? There are little scalpies over here, but nothing crazy happening. So that was more of a test of the VWAP here. So this level is going to be important. 105 is going to be the confirmation spot for VRME, as in like, okay, we're ready to push. Alrighty, so now we're retesting a double bottom. Looks fine. That's cool. But again, we need to get back above 105 to really confirm that, push. Alrighty. INBS, still sitting below that $11 double top. MNTS, we need to get back above 1050 for confirmation of a higher low and support. Alrighty. So we have a whole bunch of names that are just sitting in weird places. Weird places. Alrighty. Weird places. 10% trailing stop loss. Okay, back off. Good morning. And the music? I can hear the music. You guys probably can't, though. Send it, BTC. Send it. Send it. I don't mind. As much as we've had some really nice runs this morning, like the market's still, like these names are still a little bit slow. Yeah. Yeah. See, Thomas, that's what I mean, right? Like you could take $10,000 positions, Thomas, 5 times a day, and so you don't need to go 50K all in and then wait for the money to settle the next day, right? Or use a margin account. I think the best thing for you, Thomas, is to do exactly that. Alrighty. Yeah, there goes TMDE with a nice pop. And now look at that volume on this. Send it to us. Yeah, I don't want Thomas taking $50,000 positions. Yeah, because he could make a lot of money, but that's how he ended up from up there back to 10K. Right. So I'm saying that because I know where he's been. Um, yeah. uh, Pizza. At the very least, MNTS is still holding, but I think we need to get back above for confirmation. But yeah, at the very least, though, we are holding this $10 level, right? This has been the best performing stock this morning so far. So it would be nice for this thing to get back above 1050 and continue. You know, would be nice. Yeah, see, that's what I mean, right? So I'm trying to prevent Thomas from doing the same thing that he's done in the past. Like from $40,000 to 110 to 10K, he was going all in. All right, Thomas, change your ways. It's 2026. Okay, so here we go, testing that 1050 level for MNTS. Come on now, you can do it. You can do it. VRME, guys, look at that bounce on VRME. Look at that bounce. Right, so look at that beautiful bounce. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Again, 95 was support the whole time, right? For those of you asking, 95, 95, 95, you had your support at the bottom there the whole time. So this looks very nice now. We finally broke above that 105. So it's time to cook, please. Time to cook. Obviously, we have that resistance at 117. So that's going to be a bit of an obstacle there. Alrighty. But we do look at them. Type yes in the chat if you're holding VRME. Type yes in the chat if you are holding VRME. So obviously what's again, you can see that we're testing that supply zone, and if you look left, right, if you look to the left hand side, you're going to see that this level, I'm trying to draw on something, it's not working. You can see when you look left, like again, we've had issues here the whole time, right? So when we're approaching this level, you just want to be cautious, right? Your entry was at the bottom there, obviously. Obviously, right? We talked about that 95 quite a few times though, so it's not a brand new level. And then MNTS, we talked about 1050. It's, you can see that we're having issues at 1050, right? So we do need to break above that level. You should stop for the day, King. Yeah, if you've made your daily goal, why not? Why not? Rob, yes, yes, yes. There goes 1056. Okay, okay, okay. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, no, King, you're not wrong. You're up $1,000. How many people do you know make $1,000 a day at their jobs, right? So, yeah, I think call it a day, paper trade, or look for A+ setups already. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Good morning, Gail. Perfect. Yep, exactly, King. Exactly. Exactly. So we need one of these two names to break out and give us more boom skis. Here we go again, VRME. You can do it. You can do it. All that volume, all that volume, 53 million. Use some of that to break above 117. You slacker. Use some of that. And then MNTS again. I'm going to drop a line at 1050 there. I'll delete this later, but clearly we need to close above the spot for the next push. Alrighty. So the bounce was nice of $10. Just can't seem to break above 1050. Uh, oh, silver? Yeah. Maybe the volume will rotate to this one now too. Maybe. So high of $1.15 on that last candle. You're happy with your $80 today? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. But again, guys, it is the new year. Question for you guys in the chat though, as VRME is slowly creeping up here. What's one thing that you'd like to improve on this year? Like, what's one thing that you'd like to, you know, you'd like to work on? TMDE looks good. $1.10 is your resistance, so it looks like it's gonna break it. But yeah, $1.10 is your resistance. Entries, okay. Hesitation. No more FOMO. No more panic selling. Bella, which one? MNTS. Oh damn! They slapped that thing. They rejected it at 1050. That's why. So again, like I said earlier, that support really is between 10 and 940. So let's see if it consolidates in that range, Bilal. Right. So yeah, that 1050 was a problem. Sometimes these levels just show up out of nowhere, but still a spot though. Timing: you buy late and sell too soon. Okay. Good. Bilal, see, like that's why it's so important, isn't it? Right. I'm glad you're starting the year off like that. Confidence. Okay. Exits. Amy. Smaller losses. Thomas, I think that's important for you. Yeah. Quinn went ahead. Tony. Yeah. Resisting the FOMO entry, cutting the losses sooner. Again, the reason I ask is because it's one thing for you to think about it. It's another thing for you to write it down, right? Because when you say stuff like that out loud, or when you can type it out, then next time when you're doing something stupid, your mind will remind you, like, hey, hey, you were typing this in the YouTube chat. Yeah, maybe don't do this. Right. So again, make sure you're ready for the new year. Like write down some things you'd like to accomplish this year, right? Write down some mistakes you were making last year. Write down some solutions to your mistakes, right? Like make sure you have an actual plan, please. Oh, Dan, why am I not surprised? Why? Yeah. Faith in what you're seeing, Tony. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see. So $1.12. We keep having issues with that 117. And then MNTS is bouncing off that 940 again here below, so that's good for now, right? So, and then TMDE is like, hey, I'm just gonna keep pushing, cause why not? And it's halted up again, halted up again. It's a nice push. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I don't know why VRME is having such a hard time breaking above 117. Such a hard time. Almost back to $10 here for MNTS. So the bottom of the range is holding. The demands on the VWAP holding for MNTS. We need some actual breakouts though. INBS back to testing the top again. Tony, you're still in this one, right? Yeah. So $11 resistance for the third time. Yeah. And looks like it's pushing above it if the candle can close above. This one we haven't really talked about a whole bunch because it wasn't really doing anything, but it looks like it's slowly curling back up to test the 200 EMA SOWG. VRME has to break out, right, guys? Has to break 117. Has to. And then INBS says, hello, I'm the captain now. Move all the other stocks aside, please. 1150. Good job, Thomas. Not Thomas, Tony. Good job. Good jobs. It's waiting for you to sell? Probably. Probably. Okay. 1155 at the top. 138. Is that your entry? Hopefully that's not your entry. Alrighty. Hopefully not. We have to break out, right, guys? Come on now. What's wrong with this 117? Damn. Yeah. There goes 115. Are they gonna reject it again? Yup. For now. Yeah, it's trying. Most of you are in closer to $1 though, so you should all be green on that position. Yeah. Caitlin? Okay. Is your New Year's goal this year, Caitlin, to buy more horses? Probably. Probably. So VRME has to break 117 for Caitlin then. Here we go. So again, we really need to break above that. Less? Yeah, so 117 really needs to break here. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. 116. The high of the day is 116. Post market open. Pre market high though, 117. So, and here we go. Brand new highs of the day. You can do it. You can do it. 117 going once, going twice, and rejected again. This level is such an annoying level, isn't it? Right? But that level has to break, right? Right. Anyways, TMDE looking good. 120. So this one's moving the way that VRME wishes to move. 125. It's a pretty nice pump. Very, very nice. Yeah, just make sure you have a plan on that though, Missy. Right? What if we don't break 117? Just make sure you have a plan. Yep. Yeah. You don't want to be holding a bag when it's sitting at resistance like that. So I think that's one thing that we really need to improve on. Most of you do, right? Is when a stock is at resistance, we're obviously hoping we break above it. we expect it to break. We hope to break. We all of the things, right? But what happens when it doesn't? You need to make sure you have a plan for the downside, right? So please. And here we go. We're breaking above it, right? So again, we expect it to break. We want it to break all the good things. But if it doesn't, we want to make sure that we don't end up at $1. So here we go. 119. We need to clear this entire supply zone. This entire level needs to break. Type yes in the chat if you're holding VRME, because I know this is probably the one that a lot of you guys are holding for now. And then TMD is still looking good. Just make sure you're moving your stop losses up on that one too. But yeah, if you're holding a VRME, type yes in the chat. A lot of you guys are going to be holding this one. A lot of you. A lot of you. Yeah. See? So again, push, 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 please. and then push those stop losses higher. You took profits already, Tim. Well done. Congratulations. Yeah, that candle's still at an interesting spot there. 119, 120. You can do it. You can 121. You can do it. You can do it. Come on now. 122. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm not jumping in, but struggling to find an entry on anything. Yeah. Word, patience, right? Something will eventually show up. Eventually. TMD has been a bit of a beast here. Look at those candles. 187% there. Nice push. Very, very nice push. You can see though that like we put two lines here, right? Between this 117 and this other level, right? This entire range is a bit of a difficult spot for VRME. So would be nice if we cleared that entire range. Do we want it to clear? Yeah. Do we expect it to clear? Yeah. Right. Will it clear? Who knows? MNTS, yeah. Yeah. Weakness. Everybody's running over to VRME now and TMDE. Is it wise to use a trailing order? 99. Yeah, that's fine. Stock chaser, that's completely okay. Yeah, that's completely okay. Alrighty. So we're breaking through this little supply zone here, which is nice. Which is very, very, very nice. Let's keep cooking, please. There's a nice little block there. This candle can close above that, and then we should be good to go. But Spandy, what's your entry price? You never want to be in a position where you worry about how high we can go. Don't worry about that, right? Worry about what you can control. What's your entry price? Yeah, 124. Yeah, 124. Huh, interesting. Okay. KB? For sure. For sure, for sure. 126. Sometimes we hate these stocks when they move so slow. Like, oh my goodness, why is it so slow? But honestly, it's good when it moves slow sometimes, isn't it? Right? Look at that thing. Cook. Look at it cook. Oh my days, guys. Here we go. Here we go. 132. VRME is cooking. Cooking. 108. Spandy, you should be happy, right? You should be very happy. You're up 20%, right? That is very nice. So make sure you're moving those stop losses up, or if you want to take gains, you take the gains at some point, right? Don't worry about how high we're gonna go because nobody knows. It's good. It's good when it's good when it moves slow sometimes, right? Because like it's easy for people to manage it, right? You could just like simply just manage the position, right? Virus. Good morning, Virus. How are you? Ready to cook 2026 virus? Virus has already been cooking. Again, type yes in the chat if you're still holding VRME. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding VRME. Yeah. Yeah. Most of you should be still in closer to $1. So make sure you're moving those stop losses up, please. Pretty please. Alrighty. Yeah. Bilal? Yes, definitely. Virus has big goals this year. Yeah. Half of the profits you did. Give me a high five. Yeah. Well done. Good job. Happy New Year, Raven. Good morning. Mindful. Well done. Right. So again, if you're not sure when to sell, scale out on the way up. Alrighty, scale out on the way up if you're not sure. LHSW. Interesting. Very interesting. I think I tagged you in this one yesterday, Virus. This one looked good on the daily chart. This looked really nice. I think I tagged you in it. Tagged you in something. It was also Netflix, Virus. In the I think it was in the small cap channel too. Small cap swing. That was a nice daily chart. So 1240 is your next resistance on ADUR. ADUR. And then LHSW is halted up. It's a bit random though. You sold that 120 sticky. That's okay though, right? That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We're back to 120. Nothing wrong with that. Probably just a retest of 117. So let's see if we can get a higher low on this. But yeah, exactly. Just a retest. So it's going to be important that it holds that level. INBS is pushing again. Brand new highs of the day. So that looks really nice, doesn't it? Yeah, it's halted down. Caitlin. Yeah. NBS, $12. Yeah, that retest of that mid tens there, Bilal, that was really nice. I'm surprised they haven't halted this one up yet. OB, you're in at a dollar. Yeah, you're up 20%. Very nice. Mm, I like it. Good job, Sam. Good scalp. Half out on 125. Good. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so this is more so of a retest of 117 because that was a pretty difficult level to break above. Yeah, quite a few names to keep an eye to watch. SOWG, we mentioned this one earlier, right? It's been creeping up really nicely. Micro penny stock though, but it's been creeping up nicely. MNTS is also trying to bounce here. Right? It's still above the 200 EMA, so still some hope. And then here comes our 117 retest for VRME. Vroom vrooms. Trying to hold. Trying to. Oh, you went all in. You went all in. $1,200. Well done. You went in heavy though. You went in heavy. You were looking for the breakout though, right? So we broke out 118 and then you're like, yep, I'm in. And then boom skis. Well done. Right? And then you took your money. So otherwise you would have been back to red now. So well done. Super tight stop loss. Yeah, that was good. The good thing is you did something, technical, right? You played a breakout. So it wasn't just a random gamble there. Yeah, he went in heavy, Luna, heavy. Good job, Hill. A lot of you guys made money on VRME. A lot of you. Well done, everybody. See, and again, I'm glad, I'm glad we're starting the year off this way. Because we've had issues with this in the past, right? And you could see like this question came up already today. Like, how high do we expect VRME to go? Nobody cares how high it goes, right? We don't care how high it goes. It's 2026, right? We move differently now. So when you're green, you try your best not to go red. When you're green, you try your absolute best not to go red, right? Whether that means you use a trailing stop loss, you move your stop loss up manually, whether you sell 20%, 50% on the way up, right? You have to do your best not to go red, ready? Because if we're sitting, up there and you're like, but I want $1.50, right? Obviously, we hope we get to $1.50, but what happens if we don't get there, right? So looks like TMDE came back and retested $1.10, Caitlin, right? So the left hand side breakout, right? So resistance, breakout, retest, and then bounce. So now you're retesting $1.30 again at the top. Retesting. Don't know when to enter, Finn. What were you doing over the holidays? What did you do over the holidays? Tell me. What did you do? Did you watch those videos in the education section? Because we have a whole bunch of videos in there that tell you when to get in and whatnot. Did you watch any of those videos? Yeah, so again, $1.30 is your next resistance on this here for TMDE. Yeah. Tony, did you sell your position yet or you're still in it for INBS? That's a pretty thick supplies on there. Did you take any gains yet? Hello, Susan the bot. Yeah, Finn was watching OnlyFans. Good job, Tony. Well done. Yeah, good shout on this one. You did really well. So we would need to reclaim $1.17, or simply just stay above the 50 EMA, right? I wouldn't mind like just getting a higher low on VRME. So that would mean just staying above $1.05. If that's the case, that's okay too. So still like it. Vacation, yeah. Okay. Yeah, 2026, make sure that educating yourself is a priority, right? That the year just started, so make sure that you don't want to be making the same mistakes from 2025. If you're struggling with something, find a way to figure it out, right? You find a way to fix that. Progress is key. So if you need help, ask for help. Don't just keep losing money because it doesn't help anybody. Yeah, same resistance though, Grun. Right, $1.30. Okay, then what's your stop loss on this? Or did you take some gains? What is your stop loss in these? Come on, VRME, get back above $1.20. Are people still on holidays? What's this slow rubbish? What is this slow rubbish? We need more boomskis. Wings? Yes. Yes. Looks like TMD is breaking above $1.30 here, which is good. $1.30. I'm gonna send an alert for a breakout here. Yeah, no, this daily chart looks really nice. You're approaching resistance now, but it looks really nice. Again, always keep an eye on the but some of you guys are like, oh, I don't like to play momentum stocks. I don't have the time, right? So if you're looking for swing plays, right? Swing plays are sometimes posted in the in Discord in the small cap mid cap swing channel. Alrighty, so uh, alrighty, so again, always keep an eye on there, especially over the weekend. I usually post stuff over there on the weekend, so I really like the way this chart looked. It looked really nice on the daily, right? So that's a 1 day chart because it's a swing play. So solid pop there. See if we can keep pushing. Keep pushing. I was gonna look at something else. It's a nice bounce for SIDU. That is a nice bounce. Nice little curl. VRME just seems to be going back and forth for now. Interesting. Grunt ASST. Yeah. Um, yeah, we need more boomskis. LHSW. Let me take a look at that one. Moves like it has really low volume, but it doesn't. But it moves like that though. Stuff like this is always a bit scary. Anyways, back to VRME. Come on now, let's get back to pushing, please. Again, I don't mind how slow VRME is, but sometimes you kind of want it to cook. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. At some point, you have to invest in yourself, Alex. At some point, you have to say, you know what, 2026, I need to invest in myself. Some point you have to do it. It's a pretty nice curl on VRME, which is good. Slow and steady, slow and steady. I like it. I like how the markets look today. The bigger markets. 252 from Friday. I'll take a look. BNAI. Let me do that. BNAI. $2.52. I like it. This one was on the watch list over the weekend. You're nice and green in that position, which is nice, right? You're up over $1 in this. I think the only concern for this is that supply zone we've had since Friday, right? You can see that same resistance, right? Friday, like the same top this morning, same top. So the closer you get to 420, the more resistance you're gonna have. So the best thing to do for you, Mark, is just keep moving that stop loss up, right? Or sell half of the position and then hope we break out. Alrighty. But really good entry though. Good job. Good job. Good job. Yeah, so this one's very similar to SIDU, right? The kind of both bouncing at the same time here. Good bounce. Very, very good bounce on SIDU. Good scalp piece. Uh, what do you look for when it comes to day trading in penny stocks? Do you for low volume or low market cap or both? Alex, um, it's always going to be a combination of all of those things. The reason I'm hesitating is because there's a lot more to that than I can answer. Um, yeah, there's a lot more to that than just um, low volume is not the answer though. Right? So low volume is not the answer. It's definitely not what you're looking for. So yeah, there's a lot more to that. I think maybe you're referring to like low float, right? So I thought that's what you meant. So low floats, um, high volume, good technicals, right? Potential theme in the market. There's a lot of other stuff that you could be looking at. A lot of other stuff. Yeah, if you bought the dip skis on SIDU, you're happy about this bounce. MNTS is slowly coming back up to 950, which is where the VWAP is sitting at. So that spot's going to be interesting. And then VRME is still the one, but still really slow. You bought the dip KB on SIDU. I like it. I like it. You did? Okay, yeah. No. Anywhere closer to $4 or below, really nice. There goes VRME. VRME. Anybody buy the dip on VRME? Anybody? Let's see. Strategy. AI is causing a hiring slowdown in big companies. Interesting. I mean, I think everybody expected that to happen. And then we're gonna cry about AI taking over our jobs. The one thing AI is not gonna take over the stock market. 118, Krilla. Okay. Yeah, you're green for now. Green for now. Just have to break through that supply zone if it can. Almost feels like MNTS and VRME are rotating volume. 127, good. I like that. I like it. I'll take it. And then MNTS is pushing above 950, trying to. Candle hasn't closed yet, but trying to. Yep. You saw that 124. I like it, Bilal. Good job. Yeah. Good jobs. I like this no diamond hand Bilal, No waiting for $1.50. You see red flags, you take monies. Yeah. Hesitation, you take monies, right? Yellow candle, red zone, doji candle. No hesitation. Take the monies. Take the monies. Right? Again, these yellow candles are not just here for fun, right? They're here to kind of help you out, right? They don't always work, right? But nothing always works, right? So again, yellow candle, what happens after that? Slap. Yellow candle, what happens after this? Slap. So they're there for a reason, not just for yeah. Let's go, Peter Griffin, AOS, AO. Wes, did you get into the other one? Into the ADUR one? Yeah, no, SIDU is still looking good. Again, if you got in close to $4 or below, you should be happy with that position. And then hopefully we can break up 445 here for the next push. Kind of seems like it's stalling now, doesn't it? ADUR. A bit of a stall there. Yeah, I think it's stalling because it's had a nice run and it's sitting at the 50 EMA on the daily, and also a downtrend line. So um, you're gonna have a little bit of resistance there below 1250 on ADUR, but that was a really nice push, though. Really nice push from the bottom, and also you had the yellow candle sitting at the bottom. So 200 EMA demand zone, double bottom, consolidation, boom skis, boom skis. Okay, I'm gonna go back to SIDU here. Yeah, so SIDU needs to break above 445 for the next push. TMDE still looking good, guys. You can clearly see now that we again, like, that supply zone is acting as an obstacle there. So If you're in a position, hopefully you took some gains, so you're moving your stop losses higher. Alrighty. So $1.36 resistance on this one, and then VRME needs to break out still. I'm not sure we'll squeeze there. Okay. Yeah. Pizza, you're done for the day? Well, off to work. Okay, sounds good, pizza. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Happy New Year. See you later. Alrighty. See you later. SOWG guys. Again, micro penny stock, but still creeping up really nicely. Right? Slow and steady on this one. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. And then MNTS still fighting to close above the VWAP here. So 950 broken, needs to close a candle above it. Regan says, hit my daily goal, should walk away or hang out for a bit. How you feeling for the rest of the day? Again, like when you hit your daily goal, you don't have to walk away, right? But then you have to be really disciplined. You can't just, you can't do the same thing that you're doing before. So when you hit that daily goal, it's okay to walk away. Like if you have other things to do today, Regan, go do them, right? Enjoy your day. That's the whole point of trading, right? So you can make your monies and enjoy the day, right? Again, that's why we do this. Otherwise you might as well go work for 8 hours. So if you have stuff to do, go do that. If not, if you want to keep playing, you can paper trade to just improve your skills. If you do anything else today though, make sure that it's a like it's an A+ setup. Also make sure that you don't lose more than 10% of your daily goal that you've already made, right? Alrighty, so it's completely up to you. Ayo, Pyro, happy new year to you as well. Stopping by to say hello. Okay, sounds good. Happy new year. Hopefully silver and metals keep pushing this year, Pyro. Actually, give us a dip first. More of a dip. And then push. That's okay. So again, VRME, we kind of need to break out here. We waited long enough. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Alex, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. What's a long-term stock I have faith in? It's a good question. Um, that is a good question. What is a long-term stock I have faith in? The reason why I'm hesitating is because I like you've already mentioned in the chat that you don't have a whole bunch of money. So the stuff that I could tell you, that I have faith in, you wouldn't be able to afford, right? So, yeah. So you could always look at names like, again, we just talked about this one, right? So ADUR, right? So this one's coming like a nice dip. Obviously, you've kind of missed the bottom on this one, so still looks good though to me, right? ADUR still looks good. I keep tagging West in this one, and so that looks good. SoFi is another one that looks good too. SoFi was close to a breakout when we looked at this last night. It already broke out, right, out of a downtrend wedge. So now you're looking for your next resistance there. SoFi looks good, right? So again, we posted this chart as well in the small cap swing channel. So the whole bunch of names like this, we talked about Wolf as well as a potential swing play for crypto, right? The issue is like all of these names are bouncing already, right? So like this is nothing new. So again, for those of you, we don't always just play with momentum stocks, right? If you're looking for like swing plays, you go to the small cap swing channel, you're gonna see a lot of charts, right? And if you played with any of these names, you can see like they're all bouncing off solid daily levels, right? So like yeah, exactly, Grunfeld, right? So a lot of those charts have been posted already. So you don't always have to be playing with the momentum stocks, right? You're looking for swing plays, go take a look. Alrighty. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Right? There goes SIDU. That's a really nice bounce, actually. Really, really nice bounce. Really, really nice bounce. So you're approaching the VWAP and the 200 EMA for SIDU. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. KB, you're in this one, right? Closer to $4. So good job. I like it. Cyber, good job. Good job. 27, Ron? Oof, well done, Ron. Good job, Unique. Well done. I like this. A lot of you guys are cooking monies today. Let's go, Don. Well done. Don says ADUR, my first successful day trade of 2026. Let's go. Well done. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. SoFi is good, yeah, right. SoFi had a good chart. VRME has a good chart. It just needs to break out. Probably just BTC and ETH, Alex. Of the year, KB, well done. Give us more boomskis, please. More boomskis. More boomskis, please. 15% for the day, Wes. I like it. There's some really good bounces today, especially with the market being up, right? Some really good plays. If you swung anything from last week, you're very happy today, most likely. Yeah, Solana. Yeah, sure. There are a lot of names like that, right? Solana, XRP. In terms of stuff you have faith in, though, probably just two. MNTS slowly creeping towards $10 again here. Is anybody still holding MNTS? Gail, I know. Time for you to cook monies, right? So again, you could always look at swing plays, Gail, right? Could always look at swing plays. Could always look at swing plays. Ooh, that looks nice, Mario. Fly, yeah, nice pop. Looks like a bit of a low volume push to that supply zone though, but the downtrend line. So just be careful. But nice. Sahel, NC, nice. Well done, guys. Yeah. So let's see if we can break above $10 again. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Mehmet, yeah, more sideways than anything because of the stupid supply zone. This month, that would be nice. It's possible. I think a lot of people are calling for to potentially get back closer to the all-time highs, Joel, this month. So hopefully it does. Crypto looks really good right now. Looks really, really good. The entire markets look good. So it was nice to see. Yeah, KV, right? See? Here we go. Come on, VRME. You can do it. You can do it. Can we break out and actually close the candle above $1.30 for the first time? Can we do it? Oh, that thing said, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. That thing said, you want to talk trash? Talk trash to my face. 133. We're testing highs of the day. 134. Brand new highs of the day. I like it. Yeah. Okay. 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 That thing said, you go sideways, not me go sideways. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding VRME. For swing play, Ward, I'll take a look in a second. I'll take a look. Remind me if I forget. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding VRME. So it looks like we need to break this double top and actually push, right? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. So again, I could almost honestly just move this line to the double top and it would still be okay, right? So clearly we need to be breaking out of this stupid range. It looks like we're going to, right? It looks like we're going to. Needs to actually do it though. Yeah. But so again, move those stop losses up. Good job, HK. Well done. Alex, don't borrow money to play with stocks, alrighty? The only time I would personally borrow money, the only time I would borrow money for the stock market is something like COVID happens, or like tariffs, right? Where the market crashes 20-25%. Your favorite stock like NVDA is down 60%, right? Even then, I don't think I would go with NVIDIA or anything like that, right? So like the overall market crashes where you're like, dang, that's a pretty nasty dip, and we're eventually going to come back. That's the only time I would do it. Other than that, I wouldn't borrow money to go trade stocks with. Yeah. I I only borrow money if I'm moving out of the country. Let's go, Bilal. Well done. I like it. Now that Bilal has sold that position, it's time to break out. I'm kidding, by the way. Yep, KB. Yep, I like it. I like it. Yeah. So that obviously that double top is a problem. Yeah. And thrust. No, Bilal, you're doing the right thing, right? Selling a double top is the right thing to do. Selling a double top is the right thing to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if we break out, not a problem. Yeah. And clearly we're failing at that level for now. So MNTS is pushing for $10. Slowly pushing for $10. Okay, can we get a rocket? Can we just break out and start pushing? What is this slow rubbish? What is this? Ah. Maybe another time, Bala. There we go, back above $10. MNTS. Yogi on MNTS. What did you get in at? What did you get in at? Yeah, frustrating when that happens. Yeah, one of the levels, Alex. Yeah, 20 times. Okay, come on, VRME. We need boomskis here. Balaz's out. You don't have to worry about Don't worry about it. Hmm. Just give it time. No, I think you did the right thing though. Don't worry about that. Okay. Hmm. Okay. SIDU. Yeah, you're gonna need to break above the 470, Miguel. 470 is gonna be the difficult part there to break above. Feels good, Vala? Good. Yeah, keep that up, right? You're doing the right thing. Yeah, here we go, VRME. You're also doing the right thing. Uh, you're doing the right thing. Why is the stock so slow? Why is it so slow? Like it really hasn't broken out yet, man. The candles don't seem to want to close above that spot. You got out at 138. Good job. Good scalp. Yeah, that's okay, Alex. Good morning, Mayhem. Yeah. Breakout in your book. Yeah, no, to me, like a breakout is when the candle can actually close above the resistance, right? So if the resistance is right there, to me, it doesn't matter that the candle was all the way up there. It doesn't really matter unless the candle closes above that spot. Just because I've been scammed so many times doing that, it's like, oh, let me FOMO, it pushed above. Nope, doesn't work like that. Next thing you know, like you get a nice wick, and then you're like, okay, what's happening here now, right? So the stock still looks really nice, though, right? It looks very, very nice, very, very nice. Lawson, yeah, no, we have, yeah, we've been watching this, right? It's on here. Yup. So nice dip and a nice little bounce here. Approaching resistance again though. And then there goes SIDU. SIDU wants to cook again. Cook, cook. Yep. A lot of the names we're looking at honestly have just been slow grinding all day today, Like SIDU, slow grinding, right? MNTS, stalling at that $10 level for now, slow grinding. VRME, slow grind. So like other than maybe in the morning, we really don't have any rockets today. Just slow and steady. Slow and steady, which isn't horrible. We'll take it. You're going to the office? Sounds good. It's time for you to cook VRME. He's out and he's leaving. Time for you to cook. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. 138. 139. Super slow. Super, super slow. Super, super slow. Mm, 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 mm. 139. 140. 141 incoming. I like it. 14. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, 37. MNTS is just kind of stuck at $10 for now. Just kind of stuck at that level for now. No, definitely. Slow and steady wins the race. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. They're going to get knifed. Yeah, you're not wrong. Um, not wrong. That's why it's important to slowly chase it up with that stop loss, just in case. 128. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. As long as you're making money. Yep. The annoying thing too is like if you look at the volume is like 130 million, right? Like there's no reason for this thing to be super 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 slow, but it is. No reason to be super super slow, but it is. Yeah, good job, Miguel. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to be locking in those gains anyways, right? Definitely should be locking in gains. Uh, hmm, okay. And there goes the dipski anyways, right? So there goes some dipskis. Take a look at this one. This one's still holding up okay, super slow, right? Super, super slow, but still holding up okay. GXAI. Yeah, if you look at the daily on this chart, like look at this. Look at that. We talked about this already. Like look at that. Look at that beauty. Like look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that, right? All of 2025, December 20, so November 2024, all like the entire year, that thing just stayed above that $1. So like this was a pretty good gamble at that spot, right? It's up 20% from that, so it needs volume. Like that thing needs volume and a catalyst or something to push. But that's a pretty nice $1 is a pretty nice spot, wasn't it? For GXAI as a swing play, pretty nice spot. So yeah, if that thing can cook from that, that'd be nice. LT is it's hard to get rolling. Why? Why? Yeah. I think maybe that's how everybody's feeling, we're not getting rockets yet, but we're getting some good plays. Everybody's slowly coming back. Slowly. 106, RJ, let's go. Well done. Yeah, see? See? Yeah, nice, right? And it's a pretty nice gamble because you could just put a stop loss like initially, right? You get in at 101, 102, a dollar, 103, stop loss 99 cents. If it breaks, it breaks, right? If it breaks, it breaks. You lost 5 cents, you lost 2 cents, you lost 1 cent. You know what I mean? So, especially when you see support like that, it's like a nice technical gamble. Now it's at 120 something, so your risk goes way higher, right? So, but yeah, yeah. let's do. Yeah, no, SIDU doesn't look bad at all. VRME is just annoying at this point. Just annoying. Okay. We need more boomskis. I'm just looking at some of these other stocks here. Just looking. Just looking. Na 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 na. Okay. It's nice, Wes. Yeah, today a lot of those names are gonna look really nice. Yeah, I like the wolf chart. I didn't really look at huts, but I looked at wolf. Wolf. Okay. Wolf. I'll take a look. Yeah. Hut. TMD is still curling up the 50 EMA here, which is nice. Still curling. Hut. I always find it a little bit interesting when I look at this and it's where it's at now. Obviously, it's because they did a split, but still, though, like that's like this thing has had a really good run. Really, really good run. Yeah, hot looks nice. Very, very nice. It's nice when you play with like it's nice sometimes when you play with the stock with the stock like this and Bitcoin isn't quite at the highs yet, but this is. It's nice, you know. So very, very nice. Okay. One second. Hmm. Hot. That was just a calendar notification. Tomorrow is a holiday. Well, not really a holiday, but it's like one of those stupid calendar holidays that nobody celebrates. Name of the holiday, Epiphany. Is that really a thing? Anyways. Anyways. Okay. 2. Okay. OCG. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of random pops today. Whole bunch of random pops. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty split, Wes. 1 for 220. Yeah, when companies do that, they're just like the super scammy companies. Not exactly what you want to see from something you're holding. Yeah. Yeah, not a fan. What did you mention, Kevin? UAV, a slow, steady climb all morning. uh, it's okay. It has to dip at some point, right? Has to dip at some point. Okay, let's see. Unbelievable. Jack, what's your question for oil stocks? Yeah, in 2 hours, Samad. Yeah, should be good. Up $200, but based on the news I bought, you thought it was gonna. Now you're oof. See, this is what I mean, though, right, guys? We've said this already a few times today, Chris. This is definitely one thing we need to fix in 2025, right? No thoughts. No, like, oh, I thought it was gonna do this. I thought no. If you're up $200, Chris, don't go red, alrighty? Especially be down $400, right? The news doesn't matter, Chris. Like the news hasn't mattered. It's never. Well, I mean, I don't want to say never, but when you're trading, the news is not the focus. You know what I mean? So, um, uh, there you go. News is a catalyst which brings no, you guys know what I mean though. Yeah. You guys know what I mean. So obviously when a stock is moving, like in this case, there's a catalyst, right? The catalyst is important in the sense that it brings the volume, right? But then at that point, you don't want to be making your decisions based on the news, right? Now your decisions are based on technical analysis. You know what I mean? Especially when you're up $200, you don't want to end up being down $400, right? Because a lot of the times, a lot of people will, I say stuff like that, like, "Oh, the news doesn't matter." I'm saying it just so you're like, "Wait, it does matter," right? Just to make a point, just to make a point. Alrighty, so when you're in a position, it's way more important that you make decisions based on like what's happening with the candles rather than rely on the news because the news is out already, right? $200 is nice. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Yeah, virus, exactly. It's a little bit slower now, isn't it? Right? CMD is still coming back nicely, which is good, but almost feels like lunchtime. So $1.33, $1.38 was the previous high. So you're basically just testing that same top. Alrighty. Again, this one needs more volume. It looks good, but it just needs volume. Just needs volume. Just needs volume. Just needs volume. As a swing play, Raven? Yeah, so it looks like SIDU KB failed at that 470 level we talked about, right? So 470. And then PAVS. Yeah, it looks like this one's gonna need to break about 250 for Raven. I think you're in this one already though, right? Yeah. I think if you're in closer to $2, Raven, that's fine. Right? If you're not, the reason I say 250 is because if you go back to last Friday, 250 rejected, and then again, so the 26th, right? So the last two Fridays, it's rejected. The 26th and the second, it's rejected at 250. So that level is going to be really important for the breakout. 180. Oh yeah. Okay. Then yeah, as a swing play, that's fine. Right. As a swing play, that is completely okay. I think you just maybe have to pay attention to higher lows, Raven. Like if I look at now you're basically looking at a different time frame, right? Yeah, look at that, right? So that 250 level is going to be important. So maybe a stop loss below 220, and then send it. TMDU got rejected at 138 again. Rejected at resistance. We have a new member. You're welcome. Kat, welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. See again, it does not show me what level Kat signed up for. Kat, welcome to the community. Somebody help me out in the chat. And then I'll send you an invite if you are signed up for the right level. Yeah, I like it. Start the new year off by legend. Thank you. Welcome to the community. This is your invite at the bottom, Kat. So click that link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. That's the only way to to start the new year. Become a member if you're not a member, and come cook with us. Welcome. Okay, what does the daily look like on this? Hmm. Okay. This one. Ooh, a SPY at all-time highs yet? Come on, SPY. Make it happen, Rob. Yeah, no, Bitcoin's had a really good day today. So if you bought those dipskis, you're very happy. Ah, it's very slow now, isn't it? Very slow. UFG. That's a virus stock. UFG. UFG. 114. Uh, 119. TM. Okay. So you're waiting on 119 then for an entry. Okay. Not a horrible spot, right? Obviously, would be safer closer to $1.10. But you might not necessarily get there. Might not necessarily get there. What are my thoughts on ALCY? You're very confused. Why it knifed? Well, did you look at the price of oil? Let me take a look. Oxy. Actually, yeah. Let me take a look. What is was Hmm. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. That's. I think the only thing that I can see here maybe is just that it's coming off resistance, Lawson. Right? Maybe Warren Buffett leaving too might affect this because he actually liked this. Right. Other than that, though, there might be something else that we're missing. Maybe Oxy isn't one of those stocks that's going into Venezuela. Let's not get into this whole conversation. Venezuela. Um, but anyways, yeah, that you can see though, like if you really zoom in here, this is a triple top Lawson, right? With the supply zone, it's filled at this level every time. I don't want to get virus started. Right. So again, other than that, I don't see anything else. But again, that's why we pay attention to technical analysis, right? Because these charts work regardless of news sometimes. You know, I was excited. I know you were. Uh, I know. Uh, uh, Ooh, I just got an alert for TBMC. Let me take a look. That's one of the TBMC is one of those SPACs we're paying attention to. Interesting. Still needs to cross above $15 though, so there's still a ways to go with this one here. 14.50, $15. Moving in the right direction though. Okay. Yep. All I can say, yeah, exactly, yeah. No, I posted a whole bunch of those, like names that would actually benefit from the U.S. going into Venezuela. So, um, again, all of those names were posted in Trade Ideas yesterday, right? Chevron, Exxon, COP, VLO, Valero Energy, a whole bunch of those names, right? So, if you're looking for actual like companies, Oxy is really not, you know, yeah. One too many questions. What's the benefit to join the community, Dennis? You get to join the community, right? So most of these people you see in the chat, they're part of the community. So yeah, community and education and ideas and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so what I'm saying though, Lawson, is like if you look at that and you compare it to like Chevron or an Exxon, it's not the same, right? Not the same. performance wise at least. Cook all morning, yeah. Especially when we're only on stream, for 3 hours, 3 4 hours, and then we go back to Discord. You miss out on most of the day, right? Pre-market, after hours, the whole day you miss out on all of the stuff we're talking about. Yeah, the spread is Mario. Yeah, that's why like with SPACs, I like to wait for the breakout to actually happen. So TBMC, ALCY, those names are interesting, but they need to break out. For people to actually start to FOMO. We need the boom skis. Boom skis. So sometimes it's best to wait for the boom skis and then maybe also play with the warrants, right? Because they have warrants. So yep. VRME is still super annoying, but still holding though. Still holding. And then GXAI, super slow. So slow. So slow. So slow. It's kind of like everybody's still on holidays. Mm. Anyways, also don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please and thank you. We haven't really talked about that, but yeah. So smash a like if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel already, please and thank you. And yeah, if you're not a member yet and you do want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and come join us. Yeah. TMDE. Yeah, it's holding that 50 EMA really well though, isn't it? So the 50 EMA is that yellow line you see there. 50 EMA is a yellow line, so it's holding it, which is nice. Which is nice. Rob. Where are the rockets? And then this one failed at the supply zone. Let me take a look at BTC. Yeah, this was nice. Bitcoin has had a good day today. Hopefully this continues though. Hopefully this continues. Hopefully, the next day we're not back to 90k and then below 90k. Because that's kind of getting old now. That is getting old. Pyro, we need some of that silver money and gold money back into BTC, Pump it. Pump it. Stupid scam. Virus, you're done for the day? Sounds good. Have a wonderful rest of the day, Virus. Much love. See you later. Fine. You're still trying? My goodness, Dan. I thought you learned your lesson, and you stayed away from. Yep. No, I played with gold and one candle. It's like, oh my days. Oh my days. Let's not do this again, please. Yes, please, Thomas. Absolutely. Absolutely, Kevin. Virus is a goat. You're trying to learn? Yeah. May the odds be in your favor. May the odds be in your favor, Dan. Actually, yeah, TMBC is doing well, isn't it? What's the high from Friday? So we're testing that high from Friday. Interesting. Okay. The spread is pretty annoying, but yeah. Mario? Yeah. Sauna time? Ooh, that's a yeah, I did the steam room virus. It was nice. It was nice. Anybody in the what are the? I mean, I obviously googled what the benefits are to a steam room, but um, I wonder if those are actually accurate. What the spread means? Spread means the difference between the bid and the ask. So the difference between the bid and the ask, right? So for example, in this case, the ask is 455, which is what you would buy at. The bid is 1455 versus 1421. So yeah. Dang, I thought that was Virus making that comment, Rob. Wow. I have been following for a year. Come join us. Yeah, come join us. So click the join link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Alrighty, click that link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Sign up for a level that doesn't say sold out. Come join us. Yeah, your TMD filled 119. Okay, yeah, it's not a bad spot. See, we can get a curl now. You're kind of getting a curl of the view app there, which is nice. TTRX, TTRX, TTRX. You're in at 293. Wow, good job. Looks like you've been swinging this one for some time now, though, right? Because the volume is pretty dead. Yeah, good job. It's a nice entry. You bought like really close to the bottom there, which is excellent. So good job. Do you have a stop loss in this thing, Larry? Yeah, I think the only downside to this is the volume is 70,000, right? Like it's super low and it moves really slowly, right? Which is not bad because you're making money anyways. So at this point, like just maybe just keep moving, just keep chasing it up with the stop loss, right? So the volume is pretty dead, but it's moving in the right direction, so you can't really complain. This is Caitlin's husband. I've been uh, is this really Caitlin's husband? I mean, well, she did say though that like her 2026 goal is to have less horses. So maybe, maybe you can convince her to nice to meet you as well, Steve. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we like having fun with Caitlin. She's yeah, she does well. And hopefully you guys are feeling better. She said you guys were all feeling sick. Well, the kids at least. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Steve. Yeah. Tell Caitlin to sell some of those horses. Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna need to spend a lot of money. Ayo, Tim. Ayo. Yeah. Do you play with the markets as well, Steve? TMDE. Yeah, so it is bouncing up that bottom there, Alex. You just need some volume to come into the upside. Alrighty, the volume just isn't coming through. But then again, the volume isn't coming through for most of these names. So The volume isn't coming through for most of these names. So hopefully post lunchtime we can get some volume. uh 60 cents. Is that your entry, Brittany? Do you have a question? Let me know. I just got another alert for TBMC. So now we're breaking above Friday's high, which is interesting. Again, the volume isn't overly exciting on this, though, is it? Like that's not a bad push. I just don't like the volume. That's gonna be the case with SPACs, though. Like the volume will always be frustrating. The volume is always frustrating, but it's slowly moving up, though. This one has a 300K share float, so super super low, right? So even if like it doesn't need a whole bunch of volume to move. You know what I mean? So we'll keep an eye on it. Still think it needs a breakout, but we shall see. We shall see. Alrighty. You bought the rumor? Okay. Frank, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I think I just wanted to rest over the holidays, especially since I was sick anyways. And Also the markets were like good for an hour, 2 hours, and then it was slow the rest of the day. So then we're basically just sitting here. Yeah, so it's nice to have a break, but it's time to cook. Like I said, this is usually one of the best months of the year. So, I think we're slowly getting into it because people are coming back from holidays, hopefully. And yeah, let's get back to cooking, please. I don't mind starting off the year with, some nice explosive SPAC rallies. Some SPAC rallies. Michael. What's a SPAC? A SPAC? A SPAC. SPAC. A special acquisition company. Yeah. Right. Basically, the SPAC is just a blank check company. Yeah. Let's go, Luna. Well done. Daily goal completed. Well done. High five. Well done. I like it. I like it. JCSE from this morning is slowly coming back too. So these dead names are coming back from the abyss. From the abyss. From the abyss. 3, 2, 1. Um, yeah, I think that the issue, like I mentioned earlier, right? You'd be safer closer to $1.10, Lawson. Why? Because if you look left, that's the level that it's consolidated at, right? I think the issue you're gonna have now though is the volume is just drying off, drying up. Yeah. So that's a bit of an issue, right? But you're not that far off. Like you're in at 119, so it's at 117, right? You're down 2 cents, 3 cents, 2 cents, right? So you're not in. It's not like you're in a horrible position, right? Yeah. So closer to $1.10, or yeah, the bottom of that demand zone is clearly where the stock has decided to hold. If it breaks below that level, then you're going for $1, 98 cents to $1. Just so you know, that's going to be interesting. Someone promised us boomskis today. Where are the boomskis? So like we gave you guys boomskis in the morning. That's it. That is it. Stock Chaser, you made money today, though, right? Good jobs. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you later. See you later. Yeah, MNTS. Yeah. I mean, obviously, we couldn't get back above that $10 level, which is a pretty important zone. So, yeah. So then they slapped it. Yeah, watch closer to 860 there for support. Yes, kind of, Penos. Kind of. Kind of. Why does everything look like rubbish now? Why? Why? Let me take a look at this in JCSE. Volume not that amazing either. And in the supply zone. You're just watching everybody? Yeah, you did really well, Thomas, right? You made $22,000 in one day, right? $22,000. Oof. Big monies. Right? Good way to start the year. A good way to start the year. Yeah, no, Thomas made a lot of monies on this run here. Right? That's a really nice run. Especially after the news came out this morning. The stock said, thanks guys, boomskis. And I'm really happy though, Thomas, that you sold, right? Because usually you're like, oh, I'm waiting for $20. Yeah, exactly, Wes. Usually you're like, oh, I'm waiting for no, this time you did really good. You sold at 1150 almost, right? Really close to the top. That was pretty perfect. And then since then it's just been, sideways. You didn't even see the news. The news was something about I saw that they had news, but I wasn't really paying attention to the news because that was already name in focus anyways. Yeah. Yeah. I think they got another contract this morning. That's why if you go back and you look, like right when it popped like that, Thomas, this was right there. You see how it wasn't doing anything? It wasn't really doing anything. The news came out right there. Right there. That was 6:30, right? Right there is when the news came out, and then it said boom, and then I just so. TMDE is holding $1.10 for now, and yeah. Uh, Hard style. What's your question on this one? VRME. What's your question? What would you like to know? Godspeed. Yeah, Thomas is a criminal. 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 Hmm. 2025. Interesting. Hmm. You're in it? Okay. What's your question then, though? Right. So $1.20 for now. Hard style is your first support. So as long as you stay above that level, you should be okay. Alrighty. Yeah. So as long as you stay above $1.20, I'm not sure what your entry price is, but you need to stay above $1.20. If you can, then you should be okay. Let's see. Insider holdings. Okay. 134. You're drinking? You were drinking? Oh my days. Oh my, how did you get in at 134? Were you looking for a breakout or something? Most likely. Yeah, no, for now just watch that 120 level for yeah. Alrighty. Just try and make sure you stay above the 200 EMA in the view up there. So at the bottom there, try and stay above these two lines. If not, you're gonna have an issue. Yeah, TMDE just same sideways rubbish. Same sideways rubbish. Yeah, we'll see where we're at in like 20 minutes or so, and if it's still super slow, we can always go back to Discord, and then just keep looking at more stuff. JC, yeah, it does, and it looks really good actually. So yeah, you have that double top right above 170, right? So 176, yeah. It broke above it, but the candle really hasn't closed above yet. But yeah, it's a nice push though, isn't it? JC, it's a nice push. So yeah, just be careful here though. 175 is your pre-market top. So 175, 176, 170, whatever. So just be careful. Nice run. You are, Dan? Okay, sounds good. You're why do you have the Christmas tree up anyways? It's 20 December is 12 months away. Wow. You know, who does that? Only crazy people. Christmas is so far away. Mm-mm. Fine, fine. You have a good excuse. You still have yours up to KB? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that was a pretty nasty dip at the into the open, and a pretty aggressive recovery. Pretty aggressive. Mm-mm-mm. You are one of those crazy people, Kevin. I know. Don't worry. Ah, your tree is just a bush with lights on it. Ah, Dan, unbelievable. You know what? Go take down your tree. Go take down your tree. Rubbish. TMDE is back up there though. Who was in at 119 again? Alex, was it you? So again, that 110 level we were talking about. Yeah, no, it's good to be back, Dan. It's good to be back. I oh yeah, Lawson, that was you. Yeah, and it's good to have you back, Dan. I'm glad. Hopefully, it's just one sickness a year. The cold season, and then we're back to cooking. Yeah, time to make monies, Dan. New year, new goals. Yeah, let's make monies. That's okay. That's okay. Mario, that's a good plan. Yeah, so you still need the volume to come in and break out here for you, Lawson. Hopefully, hopefully. Yeah, Dan was fighting the the cold and the cough. Mm. Mm. 10 days. It was awful. Yeah, it definitely isn't fun. I mean, not that it's supposed to be, but yeah, it's getting sick is like when somebody hits you on the road and you have car insurance. It's like like it's just a flu. You're gonna be okay, but it's just annoying. You know, super super annoying. Yeah. No, I got some vitamins, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, some of you guys, gave recommendations. So I got a whole bunch of stuff. I definitely wasn't getting enough vitamins though. That's for sure. I mean, I sit on the computer all day, and I live in a country where like it snows for nine out of the. So I definitely don't get enough sun. Whole bunch of stuff. So need to fix that. I got some of these vitamins though. Like take it once a day. I'm not gonna take it once a day. I'm gonna take it like every other day or something. Canada, Lawson. Yeah, the mountains, Alberta. No, 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 no. The most sun you need to yeah, T2. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. No, we just don't get enough sun, you know. And then when we do, I'm always sitting on the computer, uh, looking at stocks. Tim, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks like we're finally breaking out on JCSE here. Yeah. Mm. But which will soon be the USA, Kevin. I mean, with the US getting into Venezuela now, um and like I'm pretty sure like 60% of our exports of oil, which is what the economy kind of relies on, because Canada is one of those countries, especially, like, let's call it a state, right? Especially the state that I live in, more reliant on oil than anything else, and they mostly like export to the US. So now if the US goes into Venezuela, which they have, and they're sending the oil companies in there and they get cheap oil, right? What makes them want to buy oil from Canada? And then Canada struggles. So then turns and then anyways, it's just, I'm sure there's a whole method to the madness, the whole thing, along with Greenland. Ah, yep. Evie? Yeah. No, so I got them some vitamins. Moved to Idaho. Idaho. Idaho seems nice. With Dr. Rob, no, I just a vacation. That's for the World Cup with Dr. Rob. Dan, you know what? I hope when as you're outside it snows, and then your fingers freeze. Let me take a look at the weather. The weather isn't that bad though. I mean, like, it's gonna progress to nicer weather. Like, look at this. This is a lot nicer. This is so much nicer. You have no idea. For Canadians, well, especially for me, this is so much nicer. The sun is coming, and it's no longer. I mean, today it's cold, but then that's kind of the last of it, for a little bit. And then we get into the positives on the weekend, which is nice. Look at that. +2. Oh my days. That's like summer weather. And you keep saying it, Greg. No, eventually. I know, Rob. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go skiing one of those probably. The market's closed on the 19th, so I'll probably go skiing or something like that. Mm-mm-mm. Why are these names so slow, guys? Why? What happened? Learn to surf? Well, first of all, I need to learn how to swim, Yeah. Before, yeah. You can, yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. La, 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 la. Okay. Is that really the 50? It is the 52-week high. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Wow. Yeah, this was the same. 180 was the same resistance from actually, if you go back to September, yeah, 180 was a problem too before the slap. So that level might be the difficult spot then. So right there. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Cameroon. Yeah. So like Florida weather, all we had was rain and sunshine, rain and heat, never winter weather. But here we are. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think whenever so June, July, or something like that. We're gonna go to Florida. Bugs. We don't have bugs. Dan, those were the days. Those were the days. Too bad you can't really go back now, though. People do, but it's no longer safe. What made me move? My parents did. So then we all just kind of moved. Yeah. I was too young to decide like, oh no, I don't want to go there. Yeah. How were the bugs? The bugs all over the place, and we ate some of the bugs too. Yeah, potentially if we can break and close above 180, and then you're probably looking for closer to $2 for your next push for JCSE. Isn't that crazy, Tim? Yeah, see, definitely gonna want to do that because yeah, he's been my favorite soccer player, and I've never seen him play live. So yeah, definitely. I know, right? Vancouver would have been nice. Yeah, would have been nice. From Cameroon, Torn. Cameroon, West Africa. Cameroon. Really? Oh wow. You know what's interesting? I've watched that movie, but I don't remember that scene. I need to watch that movie again because it was a really good movie. I liked it. It took me a year to watch it. Actually, don't remind Tony about movies. Tony, um, yeah, on the train at the end. Oh, yeah, yeah. I need to watch that again. Yeah, I need to watch it. Yeah, I think I rented it on like Amazon Prime or something. It was like $2 or something. You have? Wow, interesting. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, I know, Tony. Yeah, yeah. Google was like, nope, we're not going there. We are not going to that area. Don't blame them. Hmm. Yeah, so here comes another retest of that 180. Yes, please. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like, guys. For a year? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. No, I visited there quite a few times because I had family that lived there. Yeah. Not sure if you should sell a YOLO. VRME, you're in at 136. Your entry was quite bad, right? Um, um, Honestly, I think if I was in your position, um, like I would really want it to stay above again. Like I think we mentioned this earlier, right? Like this spot is going to be important for you, Dean. Right, like this area right here, that's kind of like your last line of defense. If not, then you're looking for closer to $1. I don't know if you want to be losing 30% though, right? So for now we're bouncing, so hopefully we bounce. So you maybe want to put your stop loss right below, and then if we can push back above $1.20, then cool, right? Then at least at that point you're not down too much. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Raven. So this spot is nice. We need to hold it though. Hopefully it holds. Hopefully it holds. What's you don't know what's wrong with your Weibo? What's happening with it? What's happening with your Weibo? Then JCSE is still playing with $1.80. So yeah, this level really is important. Then GXAI still no volume. Yup, super slow. Come on, Dan. Call someone. Call someone. We need boomskis. We need boomskis. Make it happen. Hmm. Today is okay. Yeah, so the 80 cents, that $1.80 is a problem. Big problem there. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. The 200 EMA is also sitting right at $1, worst. So, no position to open orders. It just keeps saying, "Do you have stop losses?" If you have stop losses, KB, that affects it too. So just check this. Yeah, I mean, you did say you don't have any open. So maybe you have a cash account and you're out of funds. Maybe. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, if not, you might just have to see if you can contact them and say, "Hey, where's my money? Where's my money?" Mm. And NIBS. Okay. Yeah. NIBS. That's a really good curl, actually. Evan, yeah. Again, where? Off the 200 EMA. Let's go, D. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. How's your wife doing? Yeah, that's a pretty nice curl. Evan, did you get into this? Off the 200 EMA. Yeah, exactly, T2. She's struggling? Oh. Is she home or is she still in the hospital? That's tough. Yeah. Okay. Mm. Almost back to $12. Yeah. There it goes. Are you? Did you get into this, Evan? I don't know if you were just watching. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was a really good curl. Really, really good curl. Um, hmm. Beats with a bit of a pop as well. Those guys had news 5 hours ago, though. Yeah. So there's your double top on NBS. Look at that, perfect double top, 12:30 and slap. Perfect double top. Some BS for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Same level, same rejection. Hmm. Yeah, I'm really surprised it's again I just think people are still coming back from holidays, you know. The morning was good, pre-market was okay. Hopefully as the week progresses, like we get more violence. VRME is still looking good though, right? So if you bought this thing like Raven off the bottom there, still playing with $1.20, so would be nice if it can push back above. Would be nice. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to break out this time though. Still failing. The candle hasn't closed yet, but trying to. And yes, yeah, triple top. MNTS is still just getting slapped. Mm, 180. Let me know if you have any last questions, guys, and then we'll hop off in like 5 minutes and then go back to Discord. Yeah. Alrighty. So let me know if you have any last questions. And then 5 more minutes, and then we'll continue in Discord. Dennis, what's your question for Beyond Meat? It's been a while since we looked at that one. BYND. What's your question on this thing? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's trying to. It's not bad, right? You have a nice double bottom here. It's coming off a double bottom. So 80 cents is becoming a nice little base there, Dennis. Right? So 80 cents support. Your next resistance is going to be that $1 level though. So really important that it breaks above $1. Alrighty. I'm going to pretend I don't see Tony's question in the chat. What did Tony say? Nobody can see it. But yeah. Is it done? CMDE? If it breaks below $1, definitely. You break below $1, most likely. So it's really important that that thing stays above that 200 EMA. I forgot, Tony. I forgot. Yeah. Conan, what's your position in TMDE? What did you buy at? For VRME? Kind of the same. Like I think if we break below this 200 EMA, then you have a problem. So again, so closer to $1.10. Oh yeah, that's you. Yeah, you're in at $1.30. Yeah, yeah. Not an amazing entry though, was it? 136. Definitely not amazing. Right. This is why it's important to have technicals in front of you, because like we knew that the 138 was a problem, right? There's a reason why we have this line here, right? So when you're buying a 136 is right there, like 2 cents away from the resistance. You would know not to do that, right? So that's why we look at the technicals, because again, like it's really important that you look at the charts before you make those decisions, right? Otherwise, you end up getting yourself in trouble. Yeah, we're usually on stream every day unless it's a holiday. Usually every day from like 9-10 a.m. Eastern time for like 3 to 4 hours, and then we hop off. You're tempted to average down. The only thing is, like, if you average down, just make sure you have a stop loss. Alrighty. The mistake a lot of people make is they average down and then they just leave the position. So now when it drops, you take an even bigger loss. So if you do average down, I'm not a fan of averaging down on losing positions unless you're really consolidating in a demand zone. Then but then you need to put a stop loss below. And he said he would some of the ones he sold. Yeah, but that's just trading though. You can't really do that. The amount of times I sold something that I wish I didn't sell, you have no idea. Right? Last year, right? Last year, and you guys would never know because. But last year, right? One of the stocks we played with, I sold the damn thing. I sold the damn stock. I'm like, you know what? Okay, hit the daily goal, right? Or whatever. Or I just sell the position, right? You don't want to know where that stock went to, right? But again, yeah, the money's was there though. But yeah, I was pissed inside, but I wasn't pissed outside. So you guys wouldn't know. Yeah, like I sold it at $5. You want to know where that stock went to? Like 160. Yeah, yeah. Mm, oh, yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Did I cry? No, no. That's just trading. Like trading is just like that. You hit your goal, you're like, you know what, I'm done, right? And it keeps running, and you're pissed about it, but that's fine. It's just you come back the next day. Like to me, it's about consistency more than looking for home runs, right? I've missed out on so many plays or sold so many plays early because I'm like, you know what, I'm happy with this. This is the plan, right? But that's just me though, right? I want to be able to like consistently do it over and over and over and over again, right? Yeah, I just want to be consistent and hit, the 5%, 10%, 20%, rather than sit here and say, oh, I'm looking for like, I'm looking for 100%, right? Because then you start to build the wrong habits, and that's just not what I want to get into. So this is the way, virus. Let's go, Dan. Yeah, I think the micro ones are like, the way to do it. Because once you start going, to the other ones, you get entered really quickly. Yeah, way too risky. MNTS at 4 cents. What do you mean? Like before the split? The first time you watch a stock? Yeah. S- Yep, exactly, Frank. Yep, exactly. It's gonna happen over and over and over again. And sometimes you're gonna be in it. Sometimes you're just gonna be happy for the people that are in it. INBS. Yeah, annoying, definitely. Part of the game. Yep. So it looks like yeah, that 1230 is still your double top for NBS. INBS. So if that thing can break above that level, ooh, send it. Send it. Looks good. Looks good. Uh, okay. That's nice, Dan. That's very nice. What is the 200 and MNTS? Let's take a look. Where do I get the? We might have been, but we might be below that level. Yeah, so the 200 is sitting at like 890 ish. So 890 is where the 200 EMA is sitting at. What's a good goal in terms of like percentage gains for day trading? It depends, which is not the answer you're looking for. I think a lot of people would say like 10 to 20%. So not on your account, but like on the specific stock you're holding. Yeah. Mm, yeah, it depends. It depends on a whole lot. Yeah. 188. It looks like a safe spot to nibble. Fresh position. Okay, NVIDIA. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, no. MNTS is slowly bouncing back off 840, so that's not bad. Not bad. Did you see did you see the chart I posted yesterday, Winterfell, in the small cap mid cap channel? I was wondering why the chart looked like that. I'm like that shouldn't look like that. Yeah. Okay. Good. So if you're looking for a fresh position, I kind of don't like what it's doing here. I don't like what it's doing there just because again, if you look at this, like since last week, we just seem to be stalling. Like every time we push to 192 ish, 193, we seem like it backs off a little bit, right? Like every time we push up there, it seems to like want to back off. So, um, I mean, it's nice that we're testing the 9 EMA though. Let me look. Let me look at. I just want to see what the 15-minute looks like. Yeah, like we're still looking a bit weak on this time frame, right? Like look at that, right? So I would almost want it to maybe come back and retest this demand zone, so a little bit closer to 186, 186.50, if we get there, right? Because again, if you even if you look left to like you can see like this is Friday, so this is Friday. That is Wednesday, because holiday Thursday. This is December 29th, so Monday, right? If like you go all the way across and you can see like closer to 186, right? The better it is on the dips, especially when it's looking a little bit weak like this. You look at the daily, it looks like you're testing the 9 EMA, looks okay at that spot, but once you look at a different time frame and you go back a few days, you're like, maybe I should wait a second, see what it does. Virus? Okay, sounds good. Bon appetit. Enjoy your dinner, virus, and see you later. I know, Dan. Again, for trading for the day, even you have money sitting there. Why were you locked out though, KB? Yeah, exactly, Winterfell. It seems a bit suspicious, doesn't it? Yep. Start with small gains. Yep, exactly, exactly. INBS is it looks like it finally broke out. So brand new highs of the day for anybody that's holding this one. INBS. And it's important though that those candles close above like 12:30 there. But nice push though. Ah, you're going to sleep? Okay. What time is it for you, Virus? What time is it? On settled funds? Yeah, figured. Yeah. Yeah, if you have a cash account, then those funds need to settle, KB. The funds need to settle. 1270. It's a really nice push. It's a very nice push. See you ladies. Okay. There you go. It's about time it did something. Yeah, so again, right, Conan, as long as you stay above that $1, you have a chance. At least you're not you're not down hmm. Yeah, your entry was difficult, but at least you're kind of coming back. At least you are coming back. Hmm. He put me onto the really? Oh lordy, okay. Yeah. No, when it comes to taking trades, you don't want to be listening to anybody. You wanna read the information on the candles, right? Let the chart speak to you. So yeah, and even if someone recommends something, like look at the chart, because if you did, you would have seen that there was a resistance at 138. So when you're buying 2 cents from resistance, you're asking for trouble. Asking for trouble. Yeah. So really, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, you can really only blame yourself, And Conan, come join us in Discord. 2 more minutes, guys, and then we're gonna hop off already. This time for sure, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and we will continue in the Discord. Is it? Hmm, thought Nvidia was bouncing there, but really isn't. Looks like JCSE just couldn't, hold above $1.80, which really isn't a surprise. VRME is still holding that 200 EMA, so that's good too. Let's go, Dan. Much love. Good job today. Good job. You're already cooking in 2026. I like it. Have a wonderful rest of the day, Dan. See you in Discord. Yeah, we're gonna hop off as well. So let me know if you have any last questions. But so for now, I mean, the hottest stock right now seems to be INBS, right? Even though it's in the red zone here, which is a bit concerning. A bit concerning. Mm, 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 mm. Interesting. So yeah, don't forget to smash a like before you go, guys. Smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots and come join us. Alrighty, so and then that's a nice push, isn't it, for INBS? So definitely looking like one of the better names. I think the only concern here is you're in a red zone. So in a red zone. Did you have a green day today, Kevin? Work? Okay, sounds good. You're 90? Okay. Yeah. See you in Discord, CM. And hopefully we keep cooking here with these names. Keep cooking with these names. See you guys in Discord. Alrighty. Again, happy new year. Much love everybody. Bye for now. Bye guys. Finn, you're welcome. See you in Discord. Cindy, you too. Bye for now. See you in Discord. Kevin, 3 weeks. Oh, you're waiting for you. Okay. Yeah, just keep watching stuff, Kevin. Keep educating yourself, and then paper trade if you need to. Alrighty. Okay. Bye, Ron. See you in Discord. Angel. Bye for now. See you in Discord. Frank. See you in Discord. Bye. Tim. Bye for now. See you in Discord. T2. See you in Discord. It's been a while. HPE. Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. 2026. Time to cook. Alrighty, y'all. Much love, everybody. And thank you, Henu. Bye. Waiting for goats. I know you are. I know. I'll let you know. Bye, guys.